So what if we team wheat with manure and we leave it alone? And part of the problem here, you can't hear me very well? Is that better? I get my hand in the wrong place. So we've got some disease on our heads, and it's kind of rampant, and I was kind of worried about that. If you remember, I made that frog video. We've just been marinated in wet for a long time. But our beans, I tried to find a bloom. These are 4-2 beans. So that's pretty late for our latitude. So what I found in the plot last year, again, this is all spectrum analysis. We try to make as many experiments as possible, and that's how you learn exponentially, a lot more than doing one thing and defending that. Just mix it up quite a bit. And we found that the group 4s do better in this context, and I think it's because of the pruning. And what I mean by pruning is we're going to come in here and harvest this wheat. So that's a big idea here, and it's not a cover crop, it's a cash crop, but we don't have to kill the cover crop. We harvest it, so it's contribution margin. So if I can figure out how to grow this wheat for very cheaply, then even if it makes, say, half the yield, if there's a margin there, then it's contribution margin. And can we really dictate the outcome of the soybeans? And I think we can, especially as we get this dialed in. I think we can start band spraying herbicide. But you can just see we've had so much stress in our area. We're not even harvesting, or we're not even planting until June, but we can use this wheat to extract moisture and make a better environment for the soybeans, and yet harvest the wheat without killing it. So think about that cost of killing your cover crop. Now it can have auxiliary benefits of that thatch, but so can this, yet it might contribute, $100 towards that bottom line. So anyway, the soybeans have had, they haven't had a bad day. Now, if they were growing alone, they would have several bad days because we've just been inundated with rainfall. So the wheat has really helped keep an equilibrium. And I think that's something that, folks don't talk about when you do spectrum analysis, is that, when you start thinking about things being elastic, things have different value for how you manage them. So the wheat acts as basically kind of this big brother to kind of protect these soybeans through some stressful situations. If we were really hot, we get some cooling here. If we were really wet, suck some moisture out. So what I mean by spectrum is if we are all worried about how high we can crank out these wheat yields, and we're putting nitrogen on it multiple times, and we're fungiciding and all this, then it puts more pressure on that wheat crop to not only yield to get contribution margin, but it hurts our soybeans. So if I gain 40 bushel over here, but I've got another $150 in it, and it hurts my soybeans 20 bushel, then all that effort is a negative gain. So why I really change things year to year to year, and you get some shit from here to left, and I don't care. We're just trying to figure out this for the future of where we're going to go in our operation, is find the spectrum to where we can increase soybean yields. And I'm pretty confident this is going to be pretty cool when we take these weed out of the way, and people are going to go, holy shit, that's a freaking phenomenal field of soybeans that was kind of hidden in here. So just give you a little update. We got some rain coming in, we got a wet streak, but it's pretty cool. I say we expedite canopy closure, and what I mean by that is, they say June 21st.